everyone, welcome back to another live session with me. After doing yesterday's exciting and amazing live, I wanted to do today's live as well. I'm so sorry we are late, but let's get into today's topic, which is protecting your peace. As you can see, that I've just come out, I'd gone out with a friend, and we came back home, and we actually started talking about. So this friend of mine that I went out with, she doesn't live in this city, she's come all the way, so we kind of got to catch up. Because we got to catch up, we also spoke about a lot of other friends that we have in common, some we don't talk to, or what is happening in who others life, like nice good spilling the tea session. And during this session we realized that we were talking about majorly something about protecting our peace, which is which is today's topic. So thank you, Avi, for inspiring today's topic. um, so I wanted to talk today about how it is important to protect your own peace, how it is important to live your own life on like these terms, right? Um, so I was thinking of some of these things that had happened in life where it had become extremely important to protect your own peace over everything else in the world. The the world can be sometimes a messy place. The world can be very stupid, sometimes it can be very shitty, sometimes it can be extremely demotivating. It wants to push you in the direction, it wants to push you specifically in the direction of hurt, it wants to push you in the direction of to a place where you don't have the ability to do what you want to do. But it becomes extremely important as an adult to to learn how to kind of take care of your own peace. It is your peace can mean cutting out that person that who is extremely toxic with you, taking space from your work, taking smaller breaks, taking weekend getaways, taking like space even from your phone. Because I understand that social media can do this, especially social media can become this person in your life who takes away so much of your time, and which is understandable, which is also okay, because I think social media is built in such a way that they want you to be online as much as possible. They want you to be um, want to consume content as much as possible. Hi Naresh, hi, thank you for joining in. Today we are talking about protecting your own peace. Hi everyone, hello. Did I spell it wrong in my name? I'm not sure if you are. Okay. Um, yes. Hi Chaitanya. Hello. Hello. Hi. Yes. Where am I from? I'm from India. Hello. Hi. How yeah. Hi Yasmin. Hi Sarfaraz. Hi Pancha Bhai. I am not sure. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that right. Okay. So yes, I have subscribed. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot if you take the effort to subscribe, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, so that we can make this your own, like like a place where we can talk about things. Okay. Mm, uh, Thank you for asking. Hi, Om. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay. Um, Sailesh Kumar, you're saying that tum pagal ho. Yes, मैं पागल हूँ. I am crazy enough to chase my dreams. I am crazy enough to do what I want to do in this world. I am crazy enough to think that I deserve the whole world and I want to do bigger things in this world. Yes, so if that is crazy and weird, I am crazy and I am okay with it. I'm happy with it. Yes, hello everyone. So we will go back to our topic where we were talking about majorly about um, like protecting your own peace, you taking care of your own mental health. It becomes so difficult with like people around you uh, trying to put you down, trying to take care of you. Like I have this, so we were discussing about this. I have this particular friend of mine who was talking to me about how important it had become for her to kind of protect her peace, especially in an office setting. Or in her office, it had become so bad for her that everybody around her was making her feel like you know, making her feel like she's not worth it. She is uh she is, you know, she can be controlled. She was feeling hurt, she was feeling bad about all of these things. But then she realized eventually ki, you know, her mindset was more important. Her taking care of herself was more important than anything else in this world. It is extremely like, you know, it's extremely becomes like, the more older you get, the more that I realize, the more older I have gotten with the age, that I've realized that it's very important for me to take care of my own mental health. You know, we take, I think particularly we take mental health as this topic where it's such a taboo topic, and we take that so, like, so lightly. Like, if you have a cut or a burn, we immediately run to the hospital or to the kitchen to put haldi on it. But when it's a mental health thing, we don't pay so much attention to it, and we just let it go, right? We don't think about it a lot. But as somebody who speaks a lot about positive mindset, about how you need to take care of yourself, how you need to level up, I wanted to bring this topic up and talk basically about how it is important that you take care of your mental health, and specifically how to cut people off. And I think, like, you know, protect your own peace. Like, uh, you shouldn't take so much effort in understanding what other people think. So most of the time, if somebody is saying something to you, it means it actually talks a lot about them than a lot about you. क्योंकि जो आपके बारे में, I think my Hindi is extremely weak, but जो आपके बारे में कुछ बोल रहा है, वो उसकी मेंटालिटी के बारे में ज़्यादा बात करता है. It tells that it speaks more about that person's mentality and how they think and how they operate more than you. Because that is how, like, you know, that is how at least this whole scenario works. How you need to, like, you know, if somebody, all of these people, if they keep telling you that, you know, you're not good enough, there will be people, okay, there will be these relatives, there will be these people that are your friends but secretly don't like you that much. They'll always tell you, oh, you're not good enough, or you need to do, you're like, you know, I think you should quit this XYZ thing because you're not good enough, right? Because it's so easy for people to say that you're not good enough. The right people will always tell you that it is important that you know, hey, you need to get better at this, why don't you practice this, why don't you become like, you know, why don't you practice that one particular move, because you can do that cleaner, you can work on that. In a gym, maybe, you know, they'll tell you how, they'll never, a trainer will never tell you, somebody who has achieved that mentality where you want to be, somebody who's achieved their own goals, they will never judge you for starting something new. They will never judge you or tell you ki, you know, you are not good enough, or you can't do, you need to do better, or you need to stop this. They'll always tell you need to improve. Maybe they'll tell you, hey, your lighting needs to improve, your language needs to improve, your clothing needs to improve, your moves need to improve, you need to practice. These people will never tell you that, oh my god, it's a saying, right? The billionaires will never judge you for starting a small business, because your business your business is something that can make you a billionaire. mm, uh, okay, cool. I am checking if there is something. Okay, cool. All right, protecting your peace. So how important it is to get to a place where you understand that you need to make safer different distance from somebody that does not have the best in their heart. They might be your greatest friends. They might have become this person who is extremely, like, you know, who's been there for you. But there is sometimes a point where they might not want the best for you, and that is the time you need to realize, you need to make your distance from things. If somebody is not supporting you, if somebody is not being there for you. I understand that everybody has their own things, right, going on, and it's totally fine to not be there for someone. But if somebody is giving you the negative energy that you don't need, then you need to keep your distance. So I wanted to talk to you about this one. Like, I've already spoken about this in my last lives, that there was a stage in my life where I had lost my job, I had lost the guy I was dating, I had lost uh, a lot of my friends. This time, this phase in my life was so dramatic. I call it most dramatic and so like downhill, that I had lost so many people in my life. And at that point, what was more important for me was maybe getting a right job and getting into the mindset where I needed to work on myself, and at the same time I needed to be better at my own art, right? If you are specifically somebody, I've spoken about this a lot in my lives and other previous lives, that I am somebody who has a lot of people around, friends around, but somebody who lives alone. Somebody like we've spoken about struggles of struggles of like somebody in their late 20s and somebody who's trying to figure out life, right? So when you are in that stage where you're trying to figure out everything, and you know that the most important thing for you right now is to take care of yourself, is to take care of your body, is to take care of your mental health, then it doesn't matter, then it really doesn't matter who has been there, who you put your energy in. It matters that are you able to put in all the effort that you require right now. It's so important, right? Have you ever thought about it? So there was a stage, when every time I speak about uh, this topic about protecting your own peace, it's very important. Most of the times I've seen my friends do it. They instantly get up from from their sleep and they're like, oh my god, I need to do this task, this task, this task. My office is this much, I have to make this report. I have seen people do it. So if you don't have that partition specifically from your work and from your personal life, where you are able to kind of live your own life and at least have that peace of mind to grab your subah ka like a fruit or breakfast or whatever, chai, then it is it it is just it's not the right mindset to be in, right? The only thing that has particularly helped me is getting up a little bit early than it is required to, and going on a small walk or a run. Now it will be great if you can make the time to like actually go on a run, actually go to the gym. If you are one of those people who is able to do that, go to the gym in the morning before your work timings, I really want to send a salute to you, because I have still not been able to do that. I've still not figured out how to do that to myself. I think it takes a lot of routine, a lot of effort, a lot of self-love, a lot of willingness to do something, a lot of will to kind of get to a place where you are able to do that for yourself. I highly recommend. So if you can't even take the time out to go to the gym, because I understand gym takes about hour, I guess, right? But you can take about 10 to 15 minutes to just like meditate, or 10 to 15 minutes just to go on a walk, because that is going to help you set those boundaries, and in turn also help you protect your peace in a much more better way. You need to have this like set these boundaries. I always think about when I think about boundaries, right? I think about how you back in the house, you back in the village or something, you used to have a house and some space, and then a particular boundary. Like, there was a physical boundary which you couldn't cross unless you were let in from the gate or something. You need to build that physical boundary with work, with uh, other especially these toxic people. You don't have to take the time out to think, what are they thinking, what is happening in their life, because I understand sometimes it's much more important to protect your own peace, protect your own mind, protect your own mental health more than anybody else. There have been stages, and I would want you specifically here to be extremely selfish and choose yourself over anything or anybody else. especially when it comes to, like, these toxic people in your life. Is the way you can spot these toxic people. They'll feel happy when you're sad. They'll be like, hmm, mm, why sit and upskill on the Saturday? We should party. Like, these are the signs that you have toxic people in your life. They will not let you level up, they'll not let you grow. And it is totally fine to have such people. They might have served you, they might have done their work, they might have helped you at some point. But for you, your major aim should be specifically going into this direction where you get better from what you were yesterday, you get better from what you were last year. I think everybody, almost everyone that I know, has created a vision board. They will make that vision board as their desktop like wallpaper, and they'll keep that wallpaper for about a year and do nothing about it. So if you plan something and you don't take action for it, then it's a major crime. Like, it's like major crime that I think, who does that? Ted Mosby and Robin Shabosky, they do this. Major problem. Okay. So making a particular goal, working on that particular goal, constantly working on it. So I don't think like, consistently working on something is any day better than just thinking about it. Just thinking about, oh, I will do it or I might do it. Like, actually putting in the work for things that are important to you, are very, very important. I know that there are some toxic people in my life. So what I can do is, right now, if they are not that important, I will cut them off immediately. I will not I'll make sure that I don't talk to them, etc. But if there are some people who are toxic, but I have to say work with them, or I have to say go to the class with them, or I have to meet them once in a week or once in a year, there are some relatives that come to mind. But there will be some kind of people who will be toxic, but that you can't cut off because they're family, or because they're important to you in your life, because you have to kind of live around them. So I would again go back to that whole concept of building a physical boundary, building like a certain amount of boundary, working on that boundary consistently, because setting a boundary does not mean that the work is done. After you set a boundary, some or the other person is trying to jump over that boundary and come to you. So I hope you don't get to a point where you let other people jump, because building a boundary is just the initial thing. Setting that boundary and working on that boundary consistently, communicating, hey, there is a boundary, and taking action if that boundary is crossed, is also something that is very, very important to you, as somebody who's currently learned how to build boundaries. Believe it or not, I was a people pleaser. I'm not very proud of it, I'm not very happy about it. I was a people pleaser, and it used to hurt me so much, because I used to always put somebody else's needs before mine. I used to always put like, if you are a people pleaser and you haven't worked on it, universe or God, or again whatever you believe in, they will constantly send you these lessons. Like, you will constantly experience this thing again and again and again and again in a loop, until you learn that lesson, until you learn that, hey, I'm a people pleaser, I need to take a step back and do it for myself instead of doing it for other people. And that is when you'll realize that that, okay, I have to learn this lesson. And so it's like a game, right? I always think of life as a particular like this nice Super Mario game, and at the end of it, you don't get to save a princess, but you get to live a life that is much more wiser, much more richer, much more leveled up than other people, much more mindful, much more loving, much more better, basically better lifestyle that's waiting for you at the end of that. But you have to cross these boundaries. You have to kill all these monsters on the way to get to your end. You have to, I think I've heard this mostly, and I have experienced this mostly in relationships. In relationships, when you're trying to date initially, right, you'll come across this similar kind of people who will come and break your heart, who will act like stupid around you, or who will make you feel bad, who will make you feel small, who will make you feel bad because you're making more money than them, who will make you feel like, hey, you shouldn't wear that, or that's not okay, or you shouldn't have such hair, or you shouldn't wear such bold lipstick, you shouldn't do YouTube, you shouldn't do so and so, right? And that is the point where you have to realize, hey, I have a standard. I have to reject. You have to somehow learn to reject all of these people from your lives to get to a place where you find your optimal, aligned partner. That same thing applies to a lot of other things in your life. You have to make space for people that are more important and who are actually going to provide value in your life, who are actually going to be much more secure, much more, who are going to add value in your life and will help you grow, will help you be much more stronger in life, much more, like, I always talk about this. If I wouldn't have made time for running, I would never start gym. Like, I want to start by next month. Hopefully I will get there. If I would have never made time for YouTube, I would never know my potential. If I would have never ever made time, like, to cut off all of these negative people from my life, then I would have never learned dancing. I would have never learned how to edit videos, how to get in front of a camera, how to set up a background, how to dress for a particular life, how to get ready for a particular life. I took in the effort and I had to kick these people out. If you waste your time on watching Netflix all the time, if you just waste your time in consuming the content, then how will you get to creating content? And it doesn't really have to mean only creating content. It means that you will take the time to build something for yourself. You'll take the time to build not something big, like, not even like an application or something big, just like building yourself, or building your relationship, or building your own health. Like, if you, instead of taking your time, wasting your time on like, like random things, on scrolling or just watching a movie, why don't you take the time to work on yourself? Why don't you take the time to catch up on your sleep? Oh my god, how important is it to catch up on your sleep? I think that's the most important thing that I constantly think about. Okay, my sleep is always on my mind. That's it. That's how it is. If I remember, I spoke about what is the most important thing for your mental health, for your neuro growth, which is like your brain growth, which I went back and actually checked what that video actually meant. It was talking about your neuro health, specifically what is more important for your mind. It is music, it is learning a language, it is hikes, because hikes provide you a closer connection to, say, nature, and it also gives you like physical strength. It also is extremely important that you work on your like, core strength, and you work on your like, like mental strength. And the last thing was, I think, I actually can't remember. I'm gonna share that whole video that I saw on my Instagram. My Instagram is also Tap for Dash, so if you have watched it for so long, so especially, then I would love that if you could follow me on Instagram as well. I'm much more regular there, and I'm very fun and experimental there. Okay, getting back to the topic, which was making the space for yourself to get to a place where you are able to protect your own peace. You need to realize this. Okay, listen, everybody who's watching this, listen to me very carefully. It's very, very, very important that your mind is in your control, your breathing is in your control, so you can achieve what you actually want to achieve in this world. You are supposed to do extremely big things in the world. You are not somebody who is just supposed to scroll on like the next content piece, or play, like, watch a movie, or just like, if so if you want to get to that stage where you have done bigger things in the world, where you have had if you specifically have the willingness to do something in the world, then take the time to cut all of these people out, protect your peace, and get to a stage where you are extremely calm, and you let the right energies, the right people, the right opportunities to enter your life, and you work on it so well so well that you build something huge for yourself. I think, yeah, I think those were the things that I wanted to talk about. If you can take away anything from today's life, specifically because it's a Friday, I hope you take away this one fact that you need to take time to cut the toxic people out. Unfollow them right now. Unsubscribe to them right now, and let your mind be at peace. Hence, your mind, your big, huge mind, is going to let you believe bigger things, let you make big things happen. That's all. Thank you so much for watching today's live. It is a pleasure to do these lives. If you like today's live, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is tap4dash/Darshini. Please, we want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of Feb. I'm so grateful that you took the time out to watch today's live. That's all. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a really great weekend. I hope you take the time to work on yourself. See you the next one. Bye.